Hello class. Today's topic is canning of fruits and vegetables. The canning of fruits and vegetables is a growing competitive industry, especially the international export portion. This industry is made up of establishments primarily engaged in canning of fruits, vegetables, and fruit and vegetable juices, processing ketchup and other tomato sauces, and producing natural and imitation preserves, jams, and jellies. Now, what is the objective behind the fruits and vegetable canning? There are basically three objects which are behind fruits and vegetable canning. First is the natural or basic one, extension of shelf life. Then second is the stable in terms and context of transportation to produce a stable product, easy to ship to distant markets during all months of the year. And third is usable. What does usable means? Here usable means to convert fruits and vegetables into intermediate food products. What does intermediate food product do? It eliminates the prior steps like cleaning, washing, grading, sorting, cutting, chopping, pre-treatments, and it also eliminates microbes or lowers the microbial load. So, intermediate food products are very much popular nationally as well as internationally, as these facilitate easy cooking measures at household as well as restaurants and industrial level. Now, in fruits and vegetable sector, there are three types of conventional canning is done. First is fruit canning, the whole fruit canning. Then second is vegetable canning, the whole or cut vegetable canning. And third is fruits and vegetable juice canning. Now, moving to the second page, we can see the fruit canning flowchart. The first step is receiving and storage. Receiving of the raw material, that is fruit, and storage of the raw material before processing starts. Now it shows an arrow which is written here PM emission. And now what is PM? PM is particulate matter emission. You have been seeing in news the PM levels in Delhi, PM levels nationally, PM levels internationally, which affecting the environment. The pollution standard is PM, that is particulate matter emission. The food industry is very much the food industry generates too much emission of greenhouse gases. It is a potent pollution initiation factor, or it is a potent pollutant. The food industry, yes, because of the biological oxygen demand, BOD and COD, it is a major pollutant of the environment. So, where PM emission or VOC emission is mentioned, VOC means volatile organic compound emission is there. Every industry has to follow the standards made by FSSAI, and they have to take measures to lower these emissions. Now, second is washing. Washing is done specific fruit type. Every fruit has different washing procedure, then sorting and grading. Different types of fruits have different type of sorting and grading procedure. Then after that, chopping and slicing. In between, peeling and coring if needed. This step is optional, can be done. Then after that, cooking option is optional, and cooking creates emission of VOC and PM. Then after cooking, can filler, these food products ready to filled in can. Then after that, syruping is done. Syruping step is also optional. If syruping is required, syrup is filled with the fruits. Then after that, steam exhausting is there. What is steam exhausting? To eliminate gas which is present in the head space of the can. Why we do that? We do that to reduce pressure under the can, inside the can. Then after that, it reduces the pressure. Exhausting reduces the pressure, as well as it eliminates the gas, the oxygen, which can facilitate microbes to grow. So we eliminate the headspace gas. The next step is can sealer. Can sealing is done with the exhausting. Then after that, heat sterilization is done in pressure cooker or autoclaves. Then water cooler means cooling of the cans to avoid overcooking of the material of the can, which is too much heated in the process of heat sterilization. After that, labeling and casing, and finally storage. Now, moving to the next, that is vegetable canning. The procedure is more or less similar to the fruit canning and different in some aspects. Vegetable canning needs rigorous processing than fruits. It needs to lower acidity. The vegetables are more heat resistant, and more cooking of vegetables develops more flavor and texture, which is desirable in fruits. The more cooking is undesirable. So these are the basic differences between fruits and vegetable canning. The first step, as same as the fruit canning, receiving and storage. It is the potential point of PM emissions. And second is washing, same as fruit canning. Then sorting and grading, same. Then cutting of step is optional. Then blanching is necessary step or mandatory step which is not done in fruits. Why we do blanching? Blanching is done to fix the color and to inactivate enzymes, because enzymes in vegetables cause browning, which is the undesirable feature for vegetables, and fixation of green color is the desirable attribute. So blanching is the mandatory step for vegetable canning. Then peeling and washing. After blanching, peeling and washing are the optional steps. It can be done if particular vegetable needs. Then after that, can filling, same as fruit canning. Then steam exhausting, same as fruit canning. Then can sealing, heat sterilization, water cooling, same as fruit canning. Then labeling, casing, and finally storage. Now third flowchart shows the juice canning, whether it is vegetable or fruit juice. First step is the same as fruit and vegetable canning, that is receiving and storage. It is the potent point of PM emission. Then washing, same as fruit and vegetable canning. Then juice extracting, it is the potential point of PM emission. Now why these points are potential PM emissions? Like raw fruits and vegetables produce gas, ethylene gas, which is a potent PM emission gas. They release carbon dioxide, so they increase the environment load. Now juice extraction, the volatile compounds releases and volatile gases releases. Then the fiber is there. So this is the potent PM emission point. After juice extraction, there are two products, that is first juice. After juice is straining, juice is there, and fiber part that includes peels, seeds, and pulp. Okay, first we will talk about juice, because this is basically juice canning. Then juice is pasteurized in flash pasteurizer, which is a potent volatile organic compound emission point, because heat triggers the emission of these compounds. Now cooling to restrict the pasteurization effect. Then can filling, then can sealing, then water cooler, then to stop the effect of heat for desirable sensory as well as quality attributes. Then labeling and casing and storage of canned juice. Now we have left at the point of juice strainer, peel, seed, and pulp. Peel, seeds, and pulps goes to hammer mill. It is milled there by hammer mill, mixed, and size reduction is there in hammer mill. Then it goes to a hydraulic press, where press releases juice and dried material. Dried material is a potent source of PM emission, because it is generally go to the landfills, means The barren lands are filled with these dried materials. No waste treatment is there, so these landfills produce greenhouse gases like methane during the decomposition, and this is the potential point of PM emission. then then in the press, the juice that is found is gone for molasses development, that is the sugar industry and other byproducts as well. Now, moving to the detailed procedure. The first step is peeling and coring. In this lecture, we are covering only tomato canning because tomato can fall in the category of fruit as well as vegetable, and juice is also produced from tomato. So, 3-in-1 example is tomato. So, peeling and coring, it is a detailed. We have learned how can peeling is done by different ways in previous chapters. Scalding is there. Scalding is thermal burning, and other steam and live peelings are also. So detailed procedure is there. Now filling after peeling and coring. Now coring is a new word. Coring means elimination of seeds and the hard part that is undesirable. What is the undesirable part in the tomato? The part which is attached from the stem. That is the hard and undesirable part for canning. So in the coring, generally this part is eliminated by a machine, and the machine is very powerful. If the need is there, it sucks the seeds also from the coring point, or the at that point where stem so coring is done by a machine. Now filling. After peeling and coring, the tomatoes are conveyed to automatic runways through washers and point of filling. Before being filled, the can or glass containers are cleaned by hot water, steam or air blast. Most filling is done by the machine. Acidification of canned whole tomatoes is done. 0.1 to 0.2% citric acid to extend the shelf life and to balance the taste. Because of citric acid addition, the sugar and salt addition is also there depending on the variety and taste of the tomato. Now moving to the exhausting. We have already discussed exhausting, what it does. Now sealing of the can is done by machine. Then heat sterilization. Generally tomato is sterilized at 100 degrees centigrade. Then cooling is done to prevent overcooking. Then labeling and casing as per the FSSAI standards is done. Now emissions and control. PM, VOC, how can they be controlled because industry must follow standards. So wastewater treatment ponds are one source, then wet scrubber, the machine which works with the water inside it, and the whole volatile compounds go there in the machine through exhaust, and it condenses the all volatile compounds, so reduces these emissions. So wet scrubber can be used, condensation can also be used. So there are variety of methods which can be used: activated carbon, activated alumina. These are the few methods which can be used as a lowering pollutant drive. So I think the canning of fruits and vegetable is clear. If any questions are there, you can ask on WhatsApp or Google Classroom.